Hey guys, welcome back to the official video webcast of GeekRest.com. Joined with Aaron Holland from Comic Shop. Comic Show.
I was in Phoenix and now I'm back. Phoenix
yeah,
was the best.
And I made a video last week without him and I was sick.
That's pretty nice.
And I am still sick.
Why are you sitting so close to me?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna make out?
No.
Alright.
We could make out. We do sick things behind closed doors.
The segue?
Yeah, that was it.
Alright.
DC Comics got some stuff going on behind closed doors, but it's out now.
Oh, it's out?
It's out.
Yeah. Well, you know, yeah, you can't keep a secret like that. The gay heroes thing, yes, it does look like, you know, Marvel was doing something. I would argue authentic. North Star's been a gay hero since, you know, the 80s or whatever. Yeah. And now, you know, I mean, he came out in the early 90s, but still, you know, he didn't date chicks and was ambiguously gay in the 80s.
Ambiguously gay.
So, so anyway, to me, he's not the most popular character, and they really are pimping it, but that's the marketing team at Marvel, that their job is to pimp comics. Yeah. And it is a great angle, especially right after Obama comes out and says, like, yo, gay people, you're okay. Yep. You know, so that's authentic. And what is suspect is when DC announces, you know, me too, me too. We changed our opinion on changing the sexuality of characters in the New 52. Yeah. And it's like, was it not so thought out? I mean, come on. You know, you wanted to modernize things. You're going to do nationality, gender, race, but not sexual preference. Why?
I know.
It's weird. You know, modernize it, modernize it. So. I mean, their announcement was it's going to be an iconic character that hadn't been introduced into the New 52 yet, and
I screwed up. I thought it was going to be Barry Allen, coming off of your cryptic hints from Phoenix Comic Con.
But he's already been introduced.
I was wrong.
What me and some of my friends wanted was Captain Marvel Shazam, where Billy Batson's been introduced, Shazam hasn't been actually introduced. And I would have loved that because it's like a underage boy that would be gay, and he would transform into a fully aged hunk of man that would want to have gay sex with men, and those men would be having gay sex with essentially a boy. Right. Now that would be totally cutting edge. And
Obama would not be down with that.
No, I would love that. That would make Shazam from being hokey to being like just pervy. Yeah. But you know, I understand why that's off the table. I understand why Uncle Sam's off the table too. The spirit of America being gay with like rainbow colored pants instead of white and red, that would have been awesome. But you know, I understand why they didn't do that. But here's what I don't understand. Plastic Man. He's struggled for relevancy. He's been around since the 40s. He's kept people at arm's length, at a long arm's length, with humor and just ridiculousness. You know, like no one gets too close to know the real Plastic Man because he used such slapstick humor to keep people away. Yeah, very slapstick. And he could also morph into a closet and then come out of himself. I mean, and he always hung out with that guy Dobie Dickless in the 40s. And
Dobie Dickless.
Dickles, but I don't know, just add an S. But anyway, I even talked to a dude, Ethan Van Sciver, who loves Plastic Man and wants to bring him back in a kind of Donnie Brasco way because you know, he was an ex-con, and he could be undercover. He's the ultimate undercover dude. Why doesn't DC do that? And even though he's known as a conservative guy, he's more fiscally conservative, whatever. He thought that would be great. He thought Plastic Man gay would have been great, give the character a lot of relevancy, and maybe have an ongoing series. But DC decided to cop out and make it Alan Scott of Earth 2. Which I don't mind.
I've been waiting for Plastic Man to show his colors since that Flashpoint where he was badass.
Yeah, he was badass.
Badass in Flashpoint.
As far as I know, he was only shown in a panel of Just League International #1 on a computer screen and said, no, he's too silly or too slapsticky.
Do something with that.
So, anyway, I have no problem with Alan Scott being gay. No, I mean, I guess it sets a precedent that if your son was gay in the old 52, you're going to be gay in the new 52. There you go. Because his son Obsidian was gay. Other than that, I guess gays are relegated to Earth 2.
I was about to say, follow Earth 2 for this for the upcoming.
Separate but not equal. Yeah. They get one book, and you know, I guess it's going to be called Earth Gay now. And you know, I wonder if his vulnerability is still going to be to wood. But anyway.
Well, he got his powers from a green flame, right?
Yes, yeah.
Flame thing.
I have no problem. Like, I've always loved Alan Scott. We're both blonde. We're both left-handed. My middle name's Alan, spelled the same way, A-L-A-N. I've always loved Green Lantern, obviously, and I've always loved the character. I don't mind him being gay. I just think he should be gay, and a character that's iconic from the mainstream universe should be gay too. Well, that's just my opinion.
It's contagious, right?
No.
So I might.
No. You're thinking of AIDS.
I'm misinformed. Right. You know what?
That has nothing to do with gayness.
No, absolutely nothing to do with that.
Right.
That's universal.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
What's not, you know, silly, hokey, and you know, zombies. Let's talk zombies. Walking Dead issue 100 comes out in July, And I just wanted to mention Walking Dead because, goddamn, 9 years going strong.
Yes.
It is.
Michonne is blowing up.
Michonne is blowing up. Their TV show is blowing up. It's like the best-selling trade paperback, hardcover, and comics.
They timed it so well where Volume 16 comes out next week, and
right.
you can jump into the new story arc that's out right now that goes into issue 100, which finer retailers everywhere ordered heavy on 97, 98, 99, 100 so that people can jump in. And why wouldn't you want to jump in with all the hoopla of WalkingDead100.com?
Yeah. Walking Dead, did they put anything live on that yet?
I don't know. No. It's on the back cover of Walking Dead 98, so they better have.
But you know, they got 10 different variant covers coming out. Todd McFarlane, Ollie Silvestri. This is just, it's cool. It's a big milestone for everyone involved in the series, and I'm just psyched. Telltale, the video game we mentioned, the Walking Dead video game they released, that was their fastest selling title ever.
Yeah,
like,
and Kirkman's really tickled about it. He said they could have just phoned it in, but instead they busted ass and made it an amazing game.
Yeah.
So
I am looking forward to that. And in deaths, I don't want to spoil
we're going to be talking about Walking Dead 100 when it comes out, because I'll make sure you get to read it ahead of time.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be, I'm sure. And when 98 had a main character death, plus some awesome stuff, new main villain introduced, and some crazy hostage scene that goes completely different than the Tyrese Governor hostage scene.
Yeah.
They're both involving Head, but I loved it. I love 98, so I'm ready for 100. It's going to be great.
Are you ready for Iron Man 3?
Yeah, man. Like, that's my favorite dude, man. Robert Downey Jr., he made Avengers, he made Marvel. Like, he put Marvel on the map. And, you know, the only reason Marvel even cast him was because he was so down his luck and so cheap.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't, like, you know, they cast him because Marvel is cheap, and that was the best casting they've ever did. He saved everything to do with Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
I could just watch him do anything for 2 hours, and he's a beautiful man.
Interviews are fantastic.
Amazing actor, yes.
But the big Iron Man 3 news. We're gay for Downey Jr. The Iron Man 3 news was they released some set photos this week of patriotic armor, you know.
Yeah, the Iron Patriot.
Looking, it's Iron Patriot, right?
Yeah, the armor looks like Iron Patriot unless someone just, you know, took a photo and photoshopped it and leaked on the internet.
A lot of people were saying that, but I don't believe that.
The real weird thing about it is Iron Patriot, spoiler, was Norman Osborn in the comics, and you really can't have Norman Osborn in there. But Norman was like a evil businessman gone, trying to put on an armor to F Tony, because you know Tony was the main guy of the Civil War, you know, the Registration Act. Yeah. So they could put his arch rival businessman in the suit instead of Norman, and it would be, you know,
apparently from the set photos it appears that it's James Badge Dale, the actor we spoke about a couple weeks ago, who plays Eric Savin, who is the guy who is Cold Blood in the comics. Like I said, Marvel, you know, the Marvel Cinematic Universe doesn't always necessarily reflect the comics, direct translations. So they're kind of using the characters they have in the comics to do little twists for the film.
But as far as I'm concerned, they deserve the benefit of the doubt after delivering what they've delivered for us as comic fans.
Absolutely. So, and, you know, and this is a new director this time around, so it's a little bit of a different...
If they want to make it Detroit Steel, if they really want to make it Iron Patriot, if they want to make it like the bodyguard of one of his... corporate rivals, whatever they want to do, I'm sure they'll pull it off.
It's Happy Hogan.
And, well, to me, I mean, I've loved Robert Downey Jr. I just want you guys to know, I didn't jump on the bandwagon with Iron Man. I watched Ally McBeal when he showed up on that show.
Oh, dude.
I mean, he is
right
amazing.
until he went to jail.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
So,
dude, Ally McBeal.
I'm old.
Good call. What else? Let's talk about another animated film news. DC is going to be releasing The Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, what took so long?
Frank Miller's. I don't know what took long with that.
So that was the buzz all over Phoenix Comic-Con, just scuttlebutt. People were like, oh my god, this is going to be awesome.
I mean, they just released some stills this past week. They announced the voice cast. RoboCop is doing the voice, Peter Weller.
Yeah.
I love him. But this is going to be they're actually making 2 films out of this. There's going to be a part 1, there's going to be a part 2.
Wow.
Releasing it the first half in late 2012 and the other half next year.
That's awesome.
It's cool, though.
I've liked all the direct-to-DVD. I can't really think of one I haven't liked.
I know, they're awesome. And Dark Knight Returns, that's Frank, you know, it's awesome.
Yeah.
We saw that a little bit in the new Batman Adventures. Remember they did like an homage episode where you got like a taste of it and you're like, oh man, that should be an animated
movie.
movie.
You don't like the modern, you know, stuff Frank Miller's doing or things he said about Occupy, who cares?
That's all I remember.
This is his biggest work that's, you know, this is his Watchmen, really, like Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
that's his thing.
Yeah.
So I'm psyched for it.
And what else? Diamond Digital. Should we mention a little stuff about Diamond Digital?
Yeah, if you guys are enjoying some digital comics, you know that Comixology is the big dog.
They are the diamond of the digital.
And world. Marvel even laid off their digital guy when they coincided. I mean, I know that correlation doesn't prove causation, but it was like the same week that they went with Comixology. They laid off their digital manager guy. And then the people are laid off at Diamond Digital that were going to run this thing, and they've been talking about this for over a year now. Like, I'm talking not the last C2E2, but the Chicago C2E2. The year before that, I was there, and they were pimping it like it was going to.
Well, they were supposed to have launched also in like February of this year, weren't they?
Yeah, but
it's nothing but delays.
That was pushed back too. Yeah. So, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I would love to have something where I could sell digital comics in my store, which is what Diamond was talking about. Yeah. However, Comixology is so awesome. I would rather they do it. You know.
And plus, like, they offer exclusives. Like Marvel and DC offer exclusives through Comixology. Dark Horse Comics, they have their own digital distribution. And, I mean,
the one thing I liked about Diamond Digital was that someone could buy a print copy in my store and then from me buy a digital code to have a digital copy on the cheap. Yeah. You know, they could get a digital copy for $1 if they bought the $3 print. I don't know how many people would want to do that, but I thought that option was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And Comixology doesn't do that, so maybe they should.
Apparently, but they're on track, and they're partnered with iVerse. They're the ones who are actually doing the digital platforming of everything. Diamond is, they know how to distribute.
Tell you what, though, I'm definitely interested in all the stuff about digital, and I'm also interested in what fans think about digital. So if you guys have an opinion on digital, let us know.
Are you on board yet? Are you not? What's going on? Are you waiting for Diamond Digital? Don't.
Yeah, I mean, nothing beats reading a print comic in the bathroom to me, because if it sucks, you got toilet paper. But and that's what I miss most about Wizard Magazine. But, I'm still, this is the future. This is cool. This can pull in a lot of new readers into comics. Yeah. And like the people they pulled in for web comics that read it free digitally on the web, they buy the collections in stores and at cons. So, anything that would get even a few more readers is going to help comics. Even if we lose some print existing readers, I think we're going to do well as an industry.
Yeah. So that's it. And next week, look for E3 announcements, because E3's next week. And
we're sending a contingent to E3. Nerdy Show. Yeah, with Bleeding Cool. And I don't know if you guys saw Injustice.com.
Yes.
It's, oh my God, it's just this new Justice League game coming out that there's very little information about. But when I clicked on it, Wonder Woman was wearing pants.
Dude.
That blew my mind. Yeah. Wonder Woman wearing pants?
She still wear pants.
I know, but they had that big thing with the 52 where she was shown with pants, and then they had like a huge uproar of like, I would speak to no one wearing pants. It was like as a Seinfeld reference. But all right.
That's it. Tune in next week. Thanks for joining us. Facebook, Twitter. Do the usual follow, subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.